Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for part 2 of my toy room tour. This is a series of videos that I'm doing now that I have finally completed my new toy room. So I've moved my entire toy collection into a new room and everything is finally organized and ready to be shown. So for part 2 of my toy room tour, I am going to focus on my Power Ranger toy collection. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the top of this shelf that you're seeing here. And this is just a miscellaneous assortment of all kinds of different Power Ranger toys. I've got a bunch of Imaginext toys, which are these little ones there. And then I have the big Red Dragon Thunder Zord there, which is Imaginext. I have the White Tiger Zord kind of hiding back there. I've got the Zeo Megazord that was somewhat recently released by Hasbro. That one does not transform or divide into the separate Zords. It's just one big Megazord. And I'm pretty sure I got that one on sale. Those kind of things I usually wait, to see if the price drops. Got the Imaginext Goldar is back there. He's, pretty big. That's the, the 12-inch basic White Ranger figure. This is the Megazord that was released by Hasbro as separate Zords. So that Megazord does come apart. Then we have the talking Robo Knight figure from Power Rangers Megaforce. I'm tempted to try to make him talk, but he'll probably knock everybody over if I do it. But let's see if we can get him to do it. Somewhere he has a button on his chest. There we go. So he still works. So that's cool. He still works. It's actually, you gotta press his belt. I thought you had to press his chest. So then we have the green Samurai Ranger from Ninja Storm. Sorry, that's like a large. I guess it would be a 12-inch figure with like soft goods. Can't remember where I got that one. That one is a pretty old figure. I got it a pretty long time ago. I just really like the green Ninja Storm Ranger. He's a 6th Ranger. A really cool backstory, cool costume, that kind of stuff. Let's see, who else is back here? So we've got some more of like the Play School Imaginext, like big chunky figures. I don't know what you would call them, but again, got those on sale, and why not? We've got Auric the Conqueror here. He kind of folds up into like his tiki thing. So that, of course, is from Mighty Morphin. Let's see. And then this is actually Bandai Japan. So this is a Japanese toy. This is the Lunar Wolf Ranger. So just a miscellaneous assortment of various Power Ranger toys up on that shelf there. Then we have my Lightning Collection Villains shelf. So I have the Comic-Con exclusive Lord Draken back there in his box with his, all of his little accessories and everything. I haven't opened that one up. Then we've got the 2-pack with the Green Ranger and the Putty Patroller, and then the King Sphinx is back there. Of course, I added some paint and stuff to him. Then we have, speaking of paint, I've got the Goldar that I repainted. So I painted him in more of a metallic gold, and then I painted his face darker. I wanted this to be basically a Season 1 Goldar. So I wanted the face to be darker, and of course he doesn't have his wings, and then paired him up with the Scorpina figure. And then I've got the Evil Green Ranger back there, the 3 putties. I've got Blaze from Beast Morphers back there. I've got my army of cogs. So I've got 5 cogs there. Then I've got Ecliptor and Astromina, and the Psycho Rangers are back there. You can see the green Psycho Ranger. He's kind of off to the side since he's different from the comics, not from the show. And then I have Zane unmasked as the Silver Psycho Ranger. Kind of put him with Astronema. And then I got this throne. I think I got it from Etsy. It was actually supposed to be a throne for Star Wars, and I took it apart and painted it a little bit to make it more like a Draken throne. And then just got the Tyrannosaurus Sentry recently to kind of put him there. So that is my villain shelf. And then this is my good guy shelf. So we've got Andros in the back. We've got the Comic-Con exclusive 2-pack with Jason. You know, 2 different versions of Jason back there. And then the Lunar Wolf back there as well. And then we've got the In Space Ranger team. That's a custom that I made of the Green Ninja Storm Samurai Ranger. That is my custom Lunar Wolf Ranger. Didn't do a lot to that. I just added the belt with the holster. Then we've got the Zeo team here. So we've got complete In Space team, complete Zeo team. There's the Dino Thunder Rangers, Time Force Red. And then here is the Dino Charge team. And I do have my custom purple, graphite, and aqua rangers back there. I've done videos for these 3 custom figures if you wanted to check those videos out. And I'm in the process of making my custom silver Dino Charge Ranger. And then we should be getting the blue Dino Charge Ranger soon. And then we'll have that complete team. But I really like how these guys look in particular. I just think they really look like a cool team of Rangers. Alright, the next shelf is mostly Legacy Zords, although there's a mixture of things here. So we've got the Lightning Collection Armored Black Ranger. We've got some White Ranger stuff here. You know, some Bandai figures and some other things. Then we've got the Legacy Thunder Megazord, Legacy Falcon Zord, the original Falcon Zord, and the Legacy Tiger Zord, and the Legacy Ninja Megazord. And then that is the vintage original Red Ranger. And then coming down to this shelf is the... so I actually, within the last year, I found a really amazing deal on the vintage Dino Megazord, Dragon Zord, as well as vintage Thunder Megazord, Falcon Zord. That's actually how I got that Falcon Zord and that Red Ranger. Really, really amazing deal on eBay. Probably the best deal on eBay that I've ever gotten for anything in my life, honestly. Now, I had all the original Power Ranger toys, you know, back in the day, and sold them, you know, to pay for college. And I never thought that I would have the original Megazord and Dragon Zord in my collection ever again, because I was just not willing to pay the prices for them. But when I saw this deal on eBay, I could not pass it up, because what I ended up doing is I bought the entire lot, and then I sold what I didn't want, and I almost made all of my money back. So I almost got these guys for free, which is really crazy when you think about it. So yeah, this is the original vintage Megazord and Dragon Zord. They're in amazing shape. They have everything. They have all their accessories, all their stickers. They came with the boxes. The boxes were in great shape. I could not believe the deal that I got on these. So very excited to have these in my collection. Then that's the Legacy Morpher that I painted. And I think I added different stickers to it too. Then got some Green Ranger figures back there, some older Green Ranger figures. Then what I did is I had the Legacy Megazord, and I took it apart, so the separate Zords are the Legacy Zords. So I've got the original vintage Megazord, you know, put together, and then the Legacy Zords are all, you know, separate back there on my shelf. So then I can kind of have, you know, the best of both worlds. I can see the separate Zords and the Megazord. I also have the Legacy Dragon Zord, so kind of both versions of the Dragon Zord on my shelf. You know, I have the opinion that you can never have too much Dragonzord, so I just have both of them on the shelf. Next shelf is my Dino Charge shelf. So I've got, I think I have all the Dino Charge Zords, except for maybe some of the, like, the different color ones. Like, they did a lot of color variants and stuff. So, the only color variant I have is I have the, Terra Charge Zord in red. I have that one in box. But I think I have, like, the main Zords in their show-accurate colors. And then I've got, some of the Dino Chargers. I've just got some of just the random figures that I've picked up at, like, different toy shows, kind of here and there. And then I've got one of the Morphers, a couple of the bikes. And then this is actually customs that I made of Riley and Chase. So they're there. And then I actually got the Japanese versions of the Gold Ranger Morpher and weapon. Because the American versions that Bandai made were absolutely terrible. I mean, they were for little kids, but they were super, super small. So these are actually the Japanese versions. And you can even see, like, the Japanese Dino Chargers, which are right here. They're much bigger than the American versions. So, yeah, so this is cool. This is much more fun than the... There we go. Yeah, much better than the American version. And then this is the Legacy Blade Blaster. So that is my first bookshelf of Power Ranger stuff. We'll just move on over here to the next bookshelf. This is my Q Ranger shelf. So, of course, we haven't gotten a Power Ranger season of Q Ranger. But if you can manage to watch the Super Sentai of Q Ranger, I would highly recommend it because it was an incredible series. It was really, really good. I mean, it was so good that I spent all this money on these Japanese Zords and weapons. They were pretty pricey, but the show was so good. I just had to have these. I just absolutely had to have these in my collection. So I've got the main Zords here, the two main Megazords, and then the Gold and Silver Ranger Zords are there. And then these are the Q-Tama, which are like their, their power sources, kind of like their versions of the Power Coins or Dino Chargers. And then this is the Purple Ranger's weapon, which is like a staff and a rifle. It's also what he uses to morph. This is the Morpher, by the way, if you didn't know. So the Morpher is like it's a wrist morpher, but also a gun. Really, really great season of Super Sentai. So highly recommend it. Just really great. And the toys are really, really fun toys. Absolutely. Next is the Dino Fury shelf. So the two Zords are the Japanese versions. So this is the Gold Ranger Zord, which came with the little orange flame Zord. I can't remember the exact name of it. And then the Ice Zord pterodactyl bird thing, whatever its name is. So those are the two Japanese Zords that I got. And then I've got like the little mask thing, which I just thought was cute, so I got that in the store. And then I've got the Japanese version of the Morpher, because I thought that it was better than the American version. And then I have a mixture of Japanese and American, they're not Ranger keys, whatever they're called, Dino Fury keys, that's what they're called. And then I've got, a bunch of the figures. So, of course, the Dino Fury Red is the only Lightning Collection figure that we have. So the rest of these are all the basic figures that Hasbro has put out. I've done a video about the Face-Off 2-pack with Dino Fury Blue and Lord Zedd, so they're there on the shelf now. But still, a fun shelf. Definitely a mixture of things, because we've got some Japanese and some American toys, and, Lightning Collection and basic figures, so definitely a hodgepodge of things. The next shelf is the TMNT Power Rangers crossover figures. So, I know I have at least one, if not a couple, videos about these guys. I love these figures. We are getting a sequel series to the comic book crossover, so hopefully we'll get more figures, more characters. I'm really looking forward to just seeing, more of this stuff, more of the characters from both franchises interacting together. I loved this comic book series, and I just absolutely love these toys. I think they look great together. Probably two of my favorite things as a kid, Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers crossing over, combining with each other, and you've got Ninja Turtles that are teenagers and trained as ninjas, and you've got Power Rangers who are teenagers trained in martial arts. It's perfect. It's fantastic. It can't get better than that. And then we've got my Goldar and Lord Zedd shelf. So just got these two statues, and then just like a bunch of figures of each, just spanning the years. We've got Loyal Subjects, we've got, the Bandai toy is back there, the Super 7 Reaction, just all kinds of different iterations of Goldar and Lord Zedd. So I thought it'd be fun just to have a little shelf of the two of them. Next bookshelf, we've got my Green Ranger shelf. So I've got the Legacy Green Ranger helmet. That's the Imaginext Dragonzord, which is actually like a remote control Dragonzord. So the Dragon Dagger controls it. It doesn't have batteries or anything in it right now, but it rolls around like a remote control car, makes noises, it shoots the missiles. This thing is so much fun. So I don't know how much it is. I've had this for many years, but very fun toy. I mean, it's a big Dragonzord that you can, roll around your house and, scare your pets and stuff with. But yeah, so just different figures of Green Ranger. That's the original flip head Green Ranger figure. So, a couple different little statues. The Super 7, that's the Lightning Collection Dragon Dagger. So yeah, just a bunch of different Green Ranger stuff. Then this is just kind of my overflow shelf of just random Power Ranger stuff. I got a bunch of customs here. I made a custom Psycho Silver, Psycho Gold, Psycho Rainbow. I have an extra Psycho Blue, and it was like on sale for $5 at GameStop. You can tell where those customs came from. A custom Titanium Ranger. Who else is back here? We've got the those Megazords that Hasbro been putting out, the retro, I guess they're calling it retro collection, the ones in the VHS boxes. Just some other random figures. We've got some guys on the motorcycles there. So, the Jungle Furry Wolf Ranger, Lunar Wolf Ranger, Mystic Force Green, a little Robo Knight. We've got some Ranger keys, and some Super 7 Reaction. So that's just kind of like my random overflow Power Ranger shelf. Anything that doesn't fit on, really anywhere else. Then we've got my Legacy figures. So the Legacy Zeo Rangers. We've got In Space Red back there. The Legacy Mighty Morphin Rangers. These are the ones that came with the Build-A-Figure Megazords. So the Build-A-Figure Megazords are back there. And then we've got Dino Thunder. And then Red Ninja Storm is hanging out back there. The Dino Thunder Megazord is actually a really, really fun toy as well. So, that's my Legacy collection. And then the bottom shelf is my vintage monsters. So I've got the 8-inch Evil Space Monsters in the back. And then the 5-inch ones in the front there. And I think I have all the 5-inch ones. They don't all have their accessories. I'm fairly close, but, I'm not as, super, super crazy about getting all the accessories as I am for, some other lines that I collect. But yeah, so that is that bookshelf. Now, if I turn around here, you're going to see that behind them is my Command Center diorama that I made. I made this thing, I think it was last summer. I don't think it was 2 summers ago. So, what I have here is I have my Mighty Morphin Lightning Collection Rangers. And they've actually stolen the Blade Blasters from the Legacy Rangers. So if you notice, my Legacy figures did not have their Blade Blasters because the Lightning Collection figures have them. Then we've got my custom Civilian Ranger figures. There's, you know, Zordon up there hanging out. So you can check out my video about how I made these 6 Civilian Rangers. They're all hanging out inside the command center with Alpha. So I made this diorama, one, as a project, because I just wanted a project to do over the summer, you know, during the pandemic and all. But also to give me just another spot to put more figures, because I knew I would need it as this collection was growing and growing. But, you know, it kind of bothered me at first having, you know, multiple figures, multiple Rangers on this diorama. But it's kind of, it's bothering me less and less now. So what I've kind of done is, you know, like, this is just one scene with them kind of hanging out as, you know, just people, right? And then they would, like, morph, and that would be them, the 6 of them morphed, kind of leaving, you know, going to fight the bad guys, right? But then I've got kind of like my season 2 setup here. So this, you kind of have to just, you know, imagine this is like kind of taking place somewhere else. So you've got, you know, like Rocky, Adam, and Aisha have joined the team. Tommy's the White Ranger now. And then I did custom heads for Billy and Kimberly. So they're kind of, that's like kind of like a glimpse into the future there. And then I have over here the Ninja Rangers with Ninjor. The Ninjor is, you know, like that flip head kind of retro one that Hasbro put out. But it works. I'm still waiting on red and yellow Ninja Rangers, of course. So, yeah. It you know, at first it kind of bothered me having like all this kind of going on. It was a little bit kind of, you know, a little bit too busy, a little bit too much. But I kind of like it now. You know, it's kind of, it's a nice spot for all these Rangers to be. And then once we complete the Ninja team, you know, it'll be like we have Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and then that'll be like all of Mighty Morphin on that one diorama. And obviously it's freeing up space on the shelf for other Ranger teams. Then on the other side of my diorama is Lord Zedd's throne room. So what we have here going on is, so I constructed this out of, you know, plywood and pieces of wood, and I painted it. So we've got Lord Zedd on his throne. I believe the throne came from Etsy, and I painted that. And then we've got, you know, like the Season 2 version of Goldar. And then there's Rita and Finster at the, you know, at the railing there, kind of looking out at the earth. And then we've got the army of Tengas back there. We've got the Z-Putties, and then we've got the monsters. So, took a while, but I got this looking really the way that I really like it. It did definitely take a while. But yeah, so that is all of the loose Power Ranger stuff. Few other things here. So I've got the 3-0 armored Red Ranger. He is mint in box. I did take out the power sword there so I could, you know, play with it. But yeah, so he's in there. Armored Red Ranger. And I just left the power sword out because honestly it's fun to play with. And then the other thing I'm doing, because I'm crazy, is I'm keeping a second set of all the 6th Rangers mint in box and lining them up, you know, in order of seasons. So I've got all those guys. And I've got all these up on the wall. So these are all my, you know, mint in box figures. I guess most of these are Bandai figures from years past. And then I've got, you know, the flip heads from Hasbro. And then a bunch of Dino Charge figures as well. So these are just figures, again, that I've collected over the years. And, you know, I just don't see any reason why to take them out of the box. I just think that they look really good in their packages. So they just stay in there. So those are all the Power Rangers in my new toy room. One last thing to show you, so if you don't mind me kind of panning the camera over here, because I do have in my living room area just a little Green Ranger corner. Because I really, the Green Ranger is special. Any Power Ranger fan will tell you that just the Green Ranger is a special kind of, character. Started off as kind of like we didn't know what to make of him. And then, started off evil. Basically defeated the Power Rangers more than once. We thought he was just this real kind of badass who was going to, destroy everything. Then he becomes good. He's awesome. We all love him. We love Dragonzord. He loses his powers. He comes back, loses his powers, come back. It's really quite the story. So I have got the 3-0 Green Ranger figure. I've got the original vintage Green Ranger, the Super 7 Reaction Dragonzord, and the Legacy Dragon Dagger on a stand. And these guys just stay here. They are kept kind of separate from the toy room. They're kind of basically in the living room so I can see them all the time. Because these are special. These are just special figures to me. I had the original vintage Dragonzord here for a while as well. And I was just like, all right, that's just a bit much. The Super 7 Reaction Dragonzord is a lot smaller, more compact. So, as long as I have Dragonzord kind of represented here, I'm happy. But yeah, so that is my Power Ranger collection. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this part 2 of my toy room tour. And feel free to like and comment and subscribe. Have a great day.